Hey, good morning. I'm here. It's early. I gotta get up. It's 6:59 a.m. I just got out of the shower. Haven't even started my coffee, but maybe I'll say it anyway. This is 6:59 a.m. On March, whatever the heck the date is. What was yesterday? The 9th, the 10th. Today the 10th. I want to say. No, it's the 11th. I knew I was off. There's something definitely about me that I'm a day behind, no matter what I do. Okay, so that there's a I'd like to say something in a prayer and get peaceful, but I don't believe I'm going to take over God anytime soon this morning. What I'm going to do is try to be calm enough to get through this moment. I have a hard time with my religion, and I have a hard time with my fatherhood as my kid's son, dad, and everything that's been going on. We are under a crucial point in history that marks distinction for more than our last turn of the page here. We've been challenged as a generation to walk around and tell people we think we know who we are when we don't. And there's going to be people that are going to try to interpret who you are, that are going to tell you what they thought of you while you were there telling them who you thought you were. I can't just personalize my aggression and my distinct position that I have in the experience that I'm carrying my son in the world under the politic with my experience direct as it's been and actual. And I can't pretend that it has anything to do with anybody else when it doesn't. And I do pretend when it doesn't that it does, only for me to remember that it used to be different than it is today. There has been no conscience from the church clergy outside of the United States, in the United States, as far as I'm concerned, that resembles me. Because they don't believe in children, they don't believe in murdering for defense of your family or your country or your personal experience. They don't believe in self-defense. And they don't believe they have to tell anybody what to think around them as long as they can hide and get away with another safe time exchanging with everybody around them. We have been driven into the abyss of indistinction. There is a dereliction of duty based on the identity factors and characterizations of what we know to be qualifying ourselves to become normal, as abnormal became the norm. There's an abnormal askew to society all over the world, from the global village. It's displacement, and the only ones who are on top, if you notice who's rising to the top and who's stable, it seems to be the same people from the very bottom to the very top have the same traits. They have pedophilia, they have inbreeding, incest, they have murder, mayhem, and chaos, anarchy, outside of their organized rigidity. They have rigid, distinctive rules, and they are not playing with you. They are living their life as authentically as they can to import their position over our position, or my position, my son and I, and the American people that I've had it be in my generation to survive amongst over the last 20, 30 years now. It's in our face. It's obvious. Okay? There is no such thing as the president or the governor or the captain or the police officer saving a life anymore. It's not their job. Their job is to enforce raw, power enforcement of the law. And they create a law that does not have any subscription to the population. The population is secondary consideration to the power of the global village. The population doesn't actually matter to the global village. Actually, the population is actually in the way of the power and influence for policy and norm to enforce the global village. This is a kind of a memory for me. It's not a George Orwell 1984 commitment to remind you that this has already happened. Well, what I wanted to tell you was because you failed to realize and comply and cooperate with the global village, you won't be credited or identified anymore. There's no 666 on my forehead or barcode letting me believe I'm part of the Antichrist. But what I do understand is that anything that breathes outside my nose or is expressed physically has to pay toll for the effort that you commit yourself to, the action or the thought, the word or the deed. That's called the accountability factor. The accountability factor, beyond words, is to evaluate and qualify necessity and worth, the value system. It's a currency not known yet, but demonstrated as in place, the case that actually is occurring. It's prestige, it's accolades, prestige, celebration, compassion, care, concern. All the attributes that we found favorable as human beings to be positive and enable us to articulate through telecommunication network systems, not just our faces and images, and remembering the past through our shared posts and events and occurrences and incidences outside of our own lives. But it has a lot to do with, do you remember how you felt before it was that way? Being reminded of the cue to stimulate you into a reactive, controlled measure. Your controlled measure is calculated and planned by the institutions of the governing factions of the local global village, wherever you may find yourself, in META or outside of META coverage. You might not be in the United States. You will never know what I meant pertaining to me in the United States. My historical accuracy has been very lax in recognizing that I have been kind of holding my cards, and I always do. I have to think if I'm going to be a clergyman myself as a religious vocational on my way to dying, that I say the prayers the right way with the authorization canonically that I'm worthy to be an Orthodox, at least a religious soul that's trying not to be a lost soul. That goes back to the canonical church, to recognize my ability to receive the sacraments if I can't enable myself to create the sacraments out of my own influence and control and power under my own disposition as a fall-away Christian with the Horologian after I left the monastery. I was in a perspective point that I seem to be able to realize my actuality under it, that is changed, has become more mature, and must go forward in world life until I'm dead, because I have to complete my, I want to say the word synoxis, but I got to complete my life's cycle. I should have did this from the beginning, but I have been holding back my ability to create myself into a belief that I could trust the church or the spiritual direction from any length of time from anyone, since they've abandoned me. The Church of Jesus Christ, Christian, Orthodox, abandoned me and told me that maybe your vocation dried up Maybe you don't need to be here. Maybe you could leave. Maybe you could just stay away. If you want to pray, go ahead, but we'll let you know. It's not easy to be an Orthodox Christian. You have to establish that to be the case, that you are in fact doing things. You can't just talk about it. You can't share it with a T-shirt. You can't just say, I'm going to do this, and then the evidence suggests you aren't, you know. I feel very bad that the Patriarch Kirill of Russia and the Vladimir Putin vampire people of the Slavonic race have to think their sloped foreheads have anything to do with my disturbed skull. I am not satanic Rothschild, and I wish to God I could defend my life and my son with the murder of others around me and call it a war, justifiable, and go attack innocent people sleeping in their beds. But I don't. I don't have that drive or that impulse and then go to the world stage and say, hey, let's stay Muslim. Let's be communist China and be two-faced fucking liars all over the world and pretend we're the Church of Jesus Christ, Mount Athos. You are raising bigots. You are raising fascists, and you are raising vampires. And I don't wish to become one of you. You are a fucking no good goddamn enemy of the human race. And I'm a heretic to tell the truth. I don't want to join the church with people running it like that. They kill you before they feed you, and then they call that a fast. That's a lie. Go get your goddamn people married, have babies, and live free to vote against Islam. Against fucking tyranny. Two-faced fucking presidents who have goddamn girlfriends on Epstein Island and anywhere else all over the fucking world that look the same, talk the same, and think the same, shit the same. You can't be holy and rich. You can't. You can't be holy and a murderer. You can't be holy and identify yourselves to be holy. It's called false delusional. That's pre-list. You're evil. You're antichrist, pretending to hold the cross, and I don't find the canonicity of Jesus Christ's holy faith coming from a fucking Patriarch Kirill. God damn him, you fucking asshole. You should be fucking slaughtered with the goddamn Khomeini. Your goddamn child sex ring with the Muslims and anybody that fucking purports to support Islam has gotten goddamn founded, and I'm not fucking looking at the camera to fucking pretend I'm wanting to be here today with the cry in my eyes, bleeding out of my fucking eyes to tell you what I'm doing with you while I'm heating up to talk. You're fucking pieces of shit. We are at goddamn war, and it is an eternity. I feel bad for the Pope. I feel bad for the good people and the people that are trying to cry and believe in they're praying for their families. That's who I am. I don't feel fucking good with goddamn cutthroat psychos that don't fucking realize humanity yet hasn't had a flag on it since the cross. There's one cross. It's the same blood that you will win or lose with. All time. It is not Muslim, and it is not goddamn motherfucking hierarchical with the goddamn fucking gold and fucking silver and diamonds and jewels. Your little birthday cake church is going to be burnt to a crisp in hell when Jesus Christ comes back and damns the goddamn soul of every fucking animal, living and dead, that deserves it. Oh, this fucking repent the end is near shit with my Jesus sign in the street got really funny, didn't it, Maida? The end is near. Look at that fucked up Christian asshole who said he was gay on a porno to watch it. Right? You gotta consent to fucking sign your name, to look at your computer, to fucking be treated like a piece of shit forever in a cartoon virtual experience that everyone knows you from. That you don't even realize you're in or doing it. Or maybe you have a reason and you're not allowed to express it actually because you're not given the rating in your profile to be determined accurate and true to resemble being not censored and redirected, banned, and restricted and put on their shit list for whatever goddamn fucked up cause they have to have that shit list. Here's the shit list. You can't be an Islamic fucking jihad. You can't be a fucking psyched out fucking anything. To be honest with you, you can't. But you're gonna. And you're gonna get away with it on virtual reality to make sure that everybody doesn't see the blood and the pain and the hell and the shit coming out of you, your victims. While you fuck them in the ass. You sodomize the children and stick your cock down their throats in the goddamn Essine Island fucking fantasy of the United States and global village. That's your elitism. I haven't got anything to do but sweat, shit, and die. You know that? And my fucking storyline isn't going to get any easier to fucking digest and ingest. Taking it goddamn from the source of the fucking swill that I gotta get out of this goddamn fucking toilet that I gotta drink out of with the goddamn computer, looking at your filthy fucked up faces on the world stage. You're fucking animals to me. Do you know that? I'm fucking ready. I'm ready, willing, and able to put you home. Goddamn Ayatollah Khomeini sympathies from the patriarch who murders babies in their fucking sleep in the Ukraine, anywhere else they could get their filthy fucking hands on you. You communist cocksucking church. Fuck you, I'm dead. But I'm not dumb. And I'm done with the goddamn television show to tell me anything I don't fucking want to know. I goddamn felt it a long time ago that I had to say this shit out loud. I don't have the balls to talk because I try to make everybody feel like they're going to be an asshole. Don't do that. Like a child would be told by their parents before they fuck it up. And they don't have to be punished. I think I'm going to fucking flip out and beat the hell out of somebody before I die. And I hope I kill you when I do it. I hope I fucking have a reason to fucking sign up and beat the fuck out of somebody until they're dead. So they could fucking look at me in the goddamn face and know that I was fucking telling them to their face the entire goddamn time since I was a baby. You back the fuck up and listen to my fucking words one more time or I'm gonna shut the fuck up and make you fucking stop. You cocksucker. You filthy abusers, liars, cheats, and frauds. It's not just Donald Trump. It's not just the American people. It's not just the fucking Chinese connection. It's not just this. It's not just that. It's the goddamn entire fucking template that they work from. That's their base. That's their foundation. That's their ethos, mythos, pathos. You act a certain way, you can murder people reciting the Quran with the mayor laughing and smiling with coffee and his wife. In New York City, London, Germany, you can go to France, you can go all over the fucking world from that Arab shithole they got in Mecca and Medina and Iran. They should be burned to a crisp. You should be dead. You should be poisoned. You should be burnt alive. You filthy cocksucking Muslims and Muslim appeasers. All over the fucking world, you're enemies of mankind, raping and enslaving dominion over people that you fucking don't even want to admit to knowing that you think you're going to take away from everybody. You own us, don't you? You fuckers own us on Meta, don't you? And off Meta. This global village, you fucking think you're going to murder me and my kid in the street and get away with it. You filthy fuckers that put up with me for 56 years and I don't have a breath to put up with you another goddamn minute. Not a fucking minute.